Come and visit the family. Words are made of letter people. A, B, C, D, follow me.
The letter people. Today, Y as a consonant and vowel. Or Mr. Y gets a new job.
Boy, oh boy, Ms. I, that's a big, big crowd out there. I'll bet everybody at Letter People Land is here today.
It isn't every day the letter people put on an outdoor sound festival, Mr. B.
Oh, I'm so excited. I hope I don't forget my sound. The same sound that starts beautiful buttons.
Calm down, Mr. B. You've played the catching game before.
But never like this, Miss I. This is really big. Big, big, big.
Why can't you be like Mr. Y over there? Look how calm he is.
You would be too, Miss I, if you were me.
What do you mean, Mr. Y?
I'm bored.
Bored?
Oh, yes, bored. I don't have much work to do.
I can fix that, Mr. Y. We haven't finished decorating the stage yet. How about blowing up a bunch of balloons for us? Huh?
That's not the kind of work I meant, Mr. B.
Huh?
All the other letter boys get to use their sound in other parts of a word. I don't. Every time I play the catching game, I only get to start a word. And there aren't that many words that start with my sound. The same sound that starts yawning. So you get to be in other parts of words. Why can't I? Why do I always have to start a word? Like year. Year starts with my sound. Year. Yawning. Year. Yawning.
That's your sound, all right.
No wonder I'm always so tired and sleepy. That's why I'm not going to be in today's sound festival.
Good idea, Mr. White. You're what?
I'm not going to perform today.
You can't do that. Did you hear Ms. I? Did you? Mr. White can't do that.
Can't do what, Mr. B?
Oh, Mr. K. It's Mr. Y here. He's not going to be in today's festival.
Why not, Mr. Y?
Because I only get to use my sound to start a word.
Really? Try a couple for me.
Well, okay. You. You starts with the same sound that starts yawning. You, yawning. The starting sound is the same. Yet, yawning. Yet starts with the same sound that starts yawning.
Very true. How about yard? Does yard start with the same sound?
Yawning, yard. Yawning, yard. Yes, I hear the same starting sound.
So do I.
See what I mean, Mr. K? I'm bored.
Like a bosh of a problem.
Well, I agree with Mr. Y. He doesn't get to use his sound as much as the other letter boys do. So I think we should let him work as a vowel sometimes.
A vowel? That's a bad idea, Ms. I. Bad.
No, Mr. B. I think it's a very, very good idea. How about you, Mr. Y? Oh, dear. He is bored, isn't he? Mr. Y, wake up.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be impolite.
Ms. I thinks you should work as a vowel sometimes. That way you could be in a catching clue box in the middle of a word. What do you think of that?
I'll do anything to be in another part of a word.
Good.
I'll be the happiest person in Letter People Land.
But he's a consonant. We want him.
But he could work with us, too.
Consonant.
Vowel.
Consonant.
Vowel.
Consonant.
Vowel.
Stop it, both of you, before you pull poor Mr. Y apart.
Gosh, it's great to feel wanted.
I agree with both of you. Mr. Y should use his consonant sound when he starts a word, and at other times he should work as a vowel. But whose vowel sound will he use, Ms. I?
Mine. When Mr. Y is in other parts of a word, he can use my sounds.
Very, very good. I like that, don't you, Mr. Y?
do I like it. Yippee! I sure do. Maybe now I won't have to yawn so much.
Why don't we introduce Mr. Y's new job at the festival?
Yes, let's. Then everybody will see how it works.
You bet. Even if I do have to yawn sometimes.
It's almost time. We'd better go.
You'll be the star of the show, Mr. Y.
Wait. Where's Mr. B? Mr. Y, you've done it again. Your yawning has put Mr. B to sleep. Mr. B, wake up.
Huh?
Aren't you coming to the festival?
Oh, bouncing basketballs. Wait for me.
Boys and girls, moms and dads, welcome to Letter People Land's Outdoor Sound Festival. And here's the star of our show, the man with the ham, Marty Sweat.
Thank you, audience. Oh, you're too beautiful. I don't deserve it, but keep it up anyway. Beautiful applause for a beautiful guy. So glad you could make it. Now, we're going to hear some sounds today, so let's get started right away and open the curtains. Well, Bafo, that's gorgeous, just gorgeous, and all for me. Okay, let's cool it. We got a lot to do today and a brand new act to show you. So let's bring out the guy who's gonna do it. Let's hear it for Mr. Y.
Oh. Marty.
Not boring you, am I? Let's hear it for the big yawn. Say, that's some mouth you got there. Catching any flies lately? It's just a yolk, Mr. Y. Oh, now tell us, what's this new act of yours?
Well, Monty, as you know, my sound is the same sound that starts yawning.
Yawning.
And I use that sound whenever I start a word.
As in, yes, and yesterday.
Yes, but when I'm in another part of a word, I get to use Miss I's sounds.
Catching, ain't it? Which one?
Oh, both. Sometimes I'll use her short sound and sometimes her long sound. I think you'll see better after we've played the catching game. Right, Monty? Monty!
What's it? Kissy. We'll be right back after this message.
No. We haven't even started yet.
We haven't?
No.
Well, why not? Oh, get back in there and get ready, Mr. Y, while I introduce our first contestant. That's right, friends. It's the yokel with the yodel. Let's hear it for Yolinda. Say, those are some pipes you got there, Yolinda. What you call that kind of music?
Yodeling.
Yodeling, huh? For a minute, I thought you were calling the hog. Oh, only kidding. Only kidding, Yolinda. But you did clear up my sinuses. Now, let's play the catching game, shall we?
That's what I'm here for.
I thought so. Now, you know about Mr. Y's new job, don't you?
Yep.
Good. Now, let's see how you do. So, take a look.
That's Mr. M in the starting clue box. He makes the same sound that starts munching mouth. And that's Mr. Y in the catching clue box.
He's not starting the word.
So that means he'll work for Ms. I. He'll make the same sound she would make if she were there.
But which one, Yolinda? Her short sound or her long sound?
Her long sound.
Why?
Because there's no one in the ending clue box to hold up a cooperation sign.
Right. They have no cooperation at all. So Mr. Y will use Ms. I's long sound.
The word is my.
Well, let's see if you're right.
My.
One more time.
My.
You've done it, Yolinda. The word is my. My. You're on top of that yodel, aren't you? Moving right along. I'll bet we trip you up on this next time, Yolinda.
We'll see about that. That's Mr. G in the starting clue box. He makes the same sound that starts G. Mr. Y is in the catching clue box working for Ms. I.
And which sound will he use, Yolinda?
Don't rush me. I've got to look at the ending clue box first. It's Mr. M. He makes the same sound that starts munching mouth. And he's holding a cooperation sign.
Which means...
Mr. Y will use Miss I's short sound. The same sound that starts itchy itch.
Well, what's the word, Yolinda?
It's gym. You know.
I do?
Gym. A place where you play basketball and volleyball and other games.
Well, let's see if you're right. Letter people, make your sounds catch.
Jim.
One more time.
Jim.
Well, you're no yo-yo Yolinda, so go ahead and yodel up a storm, 'cause you're right again. Oh, let's try one more word, Yolinda. Now, I know I'll fool you this time, and I'll keep the prize myself.
I don't think so. I already know what the word is.
You do?
It's type. You know, type on a typewriter.
Now, how'd you figure that out so fast?
Easy. Mr. T is in the starting clue box, making the same sound that starts tall T. Mr. Y is in the catching clue box, working for Ms. I. Mr. P is in the ending clue box. He makes the same sound that starts pointy patches. But Ms. E is standing at the end of the word.
She's not in a clue box.
So that means she's silent and gives up her sound for Mr. Y.
Who's working for Ms. I?
So Mr. Y uses Miss I's long sound. I. The word is type.
Well, we'll just see about that.
Type.
I didn't hear you.
Type.
It is type. Oh, type, yes. Now, come on down here, Mr. Y. Come down and take a bow. Say, how'd you like your new job?
I love it, Monty.
Well, before we go on with the show, explain it one more time, would you?
When I'm not at the beginning of a word, I work as a vowel. I work for Miss I in words such as gem and type. But when I start a word, I work as a consonant and use my sound, the same sound that starts...
Yes, yawning. As in yell and you and
Oh, dear. I did it again. Nighty-night, Monty.
Nighty-night. And kissy-kissy, you all.
Come and meet the letter people. Come and visit the family. Words are made of letter people. A, B, C, D, follow me.